Goddamn, Google Hangouts took its time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Keyboard Warriors, presented by Crosslands MMA. My name is Eddie Law. I am your host. Fred Kirby out of Dayton, and Aaron Robinson, Standing Bang MMA. What's up, dude?
And also, where else am I famous? What does this face look like?
You want to go into that? We can talk about that. You want to talk about that?
It is MMA related as far as it goes. We could just take this moment to shit on the MMA watchdog, you know what I'm saying? And
go ahead, take lead. Go for it.
We do actually have more viewers of this show than they have Twitter followers, so, you know, fuck them.
Here's the thing, and that's one of those things where people take, like, everything so fucking just, you can't say anything anymore, dude. Everything gets you on a fucking watch list. Fucking, if anyone that missed it, Donald Cerrone went on Joe Rogan's podcast, you know, the Joe Rogan Experience, and he made a joke, you know, whatever. Look, no matter how he said it, it's gonna sound bad.
To clarify, I'm going to say the joke.
Go ahead.
It wasn't a joke. He was talking about a silenced gun.
Oh, right.
Said it sounds like a faggot farting. Now, was that politically correct or the smartest thing of Mr. Cerrone to do? No. But Donald Cerrone is not known for being very racially tolerant or tolerant to homosexuals. He is a redneck. That's kind of what makes him a redneck. He says stupid things. He doesn't have as bad after-fight speeches as Joe Warren, and they still let Joe Warren talk. Come on. I swear to God, when I watch Bellator, when Joe Warren fights and he wins, I'm like, oh, shit, here it comes. But the thing is this righteous indignation. Our friend Andrew Reed called it being professionally offended. These fucking idiot watchdog groups swooped in. I'll bet you there's not a homosexual among them. And then put me on a watch list for saying the word faggots because I supported Donald Cerrone. Oh, come on. Do you know how many people from the lesbian and gay community put me on a watch list? None. Don't be offended for somebody else. If they were offended, they would have said something. Other than that, my God. I mean, shit, listen to this stuff we say on this show, you bunch of cunts.
Dude, yeah, we should be on like a million lists, man. Fucking easily, all right?
I'm telling you, I'm still offended that I didn't make the list. I posted the tweet. I said the word. Where's my fucking picture at? My fucking nice little profile. They got Aaron smiling and shit. They got his fucking face next to the word. It's all pretty, and that's like the last thing they tweeted was that shit. Anyways, look.
It's funny. On that picture, I got to admit, the way that it's set up, it's like I'm advertising the word faggots.
It's clever.
Ooh,
it's clever.
2015.
I'm going to try and find it, because it's fucking great, dude. Like, it really is one of the funniest fucking things I've seen in a while.
It shouldn't be that surprising that Donald Cerrone said that, though. I mean, like Aaron said, his fucking nickname is Cowboy. Come on, man. You know what the fuck type of dude he is. He fucking sits around drinking Budweiser and shit like that. Like, of course he'd say some shit like that. I don't think it should be that surprising. And I think it was kind of like a joke. Like, it wasn't all that funny, but I think that's how he meant it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he thought it was fucking funny, like a goofy fucking hillbilly would.
No, for sure. Look, I laughed, dude. I fucking laughed. I didn't think nothing of it when I first heard it, right? And then literally, because I watched that show live, I was just at work, and fucking minutes later, I get tagged in a tweet, and it's like, oh, Donald Cerrone says the word faggot. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. This right here, the best thing ever. It really, like, I saw this tweet, I fell over. Look at that, the smiling motherfucker right next to the word Twitter stopped being a bunch of faggots. Like, it's so good. and I'm sure Keyboard Warrior just got put on the list like right now, so it's all good. Anyway, people just take the stick out of your ass. It's not that big of a fucking deal. If the people that were actually offended would have said something, that's one thing. But to be offended for somebody else, look, these people fucking they're talking about protesting. The first thing was protesting Rhonda, Travis Brown, right?
You know what? They need to get somebody to give a flying fuck about who they are. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm done talking about them on this show. They're losers. Let them go protest the fucking sun coming up for all of me. Fuck those fucking people. What the fuck? They're going to go protest Ronda Rousey and Travis Brown, and then they're going to protest Anthony Johnson and fat bitches and dogs and shit. Shut the fuck up. Go get a day job, man. Quit fucking crying.
Yeah, I need to change my fucking Twitter profile picture to some smiling shit just like Aaron.
And here's another thing, just for the record. I have more Twitter followers in one account than all of those accounts combined. And I actually gained more followers after I got on the faggots list. So thank you, you fucking weak-minded bastards. Oh, and I also got an alumni from Tough, the original season of Tough.
Yeah.
Fabulous bastard. I gained more infamy from using the word faggots than Donald Cerrone.
So look, that's your lesson for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Chill the fuck out, okay?
Exactly. Hey, when we were doing a stand and bang, I wish I would have done one episode that was like, hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Stand and Bang. You're a bunch of fucking faggots. Now let's get on to the interview. We probably would have got 10,000 listens.
Oh, easily. Were you saying that, Fred?
No, yeah, that would have been a great idea. You know, sell our souls immediately for all these fucking shitbirds.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and wait for my tweet that I'm putting the damn watch list. I gotta change my profile picture, some smiling shit with thumbs up and whatnot. Yeah, this political correctness garbage on social media is not gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. Chill the fuck out. Social media is gonna be fucked up forever. So.
You better not make the goddamn list.
Oh yeah, before you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if the people from the Watchdog end up watching this, please put Fred Kirby on the faggots list.
Christ almighty.
He is really bent out of shape about this. All right, guys, what the fuck? Are we gonna talk MMA?
Yeah, let's talk MMA. Sorry for we want a tangent there for the bullshit. Anyway, yeah, let's talk UFC Japan this last weekend, headlined by Josh Barnett taking on Roy Nelson. The card overall was it was okay. That Road to Japan fight was actually kind of cool. Wasn't technical for jack shit, but it's actually a pretty good fight. Fred, you get to watch that?
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it. I was still dealing with my kids in the beginning, but it was a good fight. But it was fucking, I don't know. A lot of these fucking Asian cards, it seems like we're seeing a lot of Asian talent that's just not going to make it in the deep end in the UFC. So it was hard to get too excited about that fight. Either way, either guy that wins kind of feels like they're just going to be swimming with sharks. So it's like, it's kind of exciting, but there's nothing to get too fucking stoked over. I don't think we're going to see too much from either guy. So
no, and ended up getting ruled a draw, and so I mean everyone was like, so do they both get contracts? Did neither one get contracts? I heard they did both get contracts, so I guess we'll see them again. So yeah, anyway, moving on here, talking about the other fight that was actually legit as fuck. Uriah Hall knocking out or TKOing Gegard Mousasi in a thing. I did not see that shit coming. Gegard dominated the first round. If all we watch is that first round, Gegard wins easily. Then in the second round, Uriah Hall catches him and then finishes him via TKO. So, Aaron, does this convince you that Uriah Hall's for real, or did he just get lucky?
Oh, that's one thing that both Kirby and I have talked about a bunch of times off air, is that MMA is one of those sports where anything can happen, and you don't have to be the better fighter to win every time. I do not believe that Uriah is the better fighter. He got that shot in last fight, but obviously Gegard had him whooped in that first round. But that's just it. You come out of left field with one of them spinning kicks, and Gegard ducked right into that son of a bitch. And I will tell you this, I was impressed with Uriah's finishing skills. He was not going to let Gegard recover from that, and that was very smart of him. There's just something about Uriah Hall. He's kind of got that Neil Magny thing. I have a lack of confidence about how good this guy is, and he seems to overperform in clutch situations. So for right now, I still have that lack of confidence, but I do got to take my hat off to him for a solid performance where I thought that Gegard was going to smoke him. And I'll tell you what, Kirby, did you put any money down on that fight? Because that was a 5.5 to 1 favorite right there. You'd have made some cash.
Yeah, but not singly. I had him in a parlay, and I got fucked over on the other parlays. But you know what? I tell you what. Fuck Uriah Hall. I for one am not convinced by this at all. Like you said, man, I think the dude was getting that ass whooped in the first round. And I don't know. I hate to call any shot lucky, because if you're in a fight with somebody and you throw a fucking spinning back kick, clearly it wasn't fucking luck. You threw it with the intentions of landing it. So it's hard to call it a lucky shot. But fuck it, that was a lucky shot. If they fight, I think that fucking Gegard wins that fight 9 times out of 10. And I'll tell you another thing. I think that Uriah Hall is going to get a step up in competition after this, and I think he's going to get fucking smoked. I just don't think. I think he's still. Don't he got a fucking loss to Natal?
Yeah.
Natal. He's that dude, man. Uriah Hall didn't fucking change camps. He's always been very wishy-washy. If he don't land that fucking kick, I think he gets his ass dominated and probably finished on the ground in the second round. He got cute with that little fucking armbar attempt that he was flopping around a little bit there in the first round. I seen people talking about how fucking improved his BJJ is. Child, please. He got dominated and was getting thumped on. Gegard didn't really land the big fucking final blow, but, like, Uriah had nothing for him up until that point, man. And he's been famous for not really, firing on his shots, man. So, I don't know. I hate to say he got lucky, but his ass got lucky.
Lucky. Well, you think about it. You think about the way the blow was delivered. Had Gegard stepped away, you know what I mean? Like, back faded away from that shot, it wouldn't have been the end of the fight. The only way it ended the fight is exactly the way that Gegard moved. He ducked, he changed levels, and ducked his face right into the oncoming kick. If he would have gone left, right, or back, so does circumstance, I don't want to say luck, but does circumstance play a part in this victory? Absolutely. It was just a great set of circumstances for Uriah Hall, but I got to go completely with Kirby. He's not going to be able to continue to win against this level of competition.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, he moves up, he gets fucked. All right, Gegard. I thought for sure Gegard's gonna knock him out. He's gonna finish him in that first round. And yeah, if you get somebody even higher up than Gegard, Uriah Hall can't hang.
There we go. That's what I was just fixing to say, man. You're good. Like, you usually know the rankings and all that bullshit. Gegard's pretty highly ranked. Who does he go to next that does not eat him fucking for lunch, man? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good underdog, but, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like he kind of got lucky. I mean, like, who's he going to fight next that he's able to beat?
Who knows? I mean, I can't think of anybody that I would want him to fight. Because, look, if I'm a promoter and Uriah Hall just did what he fucking did at Gegard Mousasi, I want to get him someone he can actually beat. But something that makes sense, you know what I mean? Someone higher up. And I can't think of anybody above Gegard that he could actually have a chance to beat, in my opinion.
People are really hyping this dude up. I seen some bullshit on Facebook about him and Anderson Silva. Who you got? Who you got?
Come on.
Are you on fucking crack?
Come on.
Fuck you mean who you got? Like, I don't know, man. I think that dude is going to get a pretty big name, and I think he's going to get his ass smoked. Who does Bisping got next?
Well, they're talking either Anderson or no, he has a fight, Robert Whittaker. But Yeah, but they're talking Anderson or somebody else next. Lyoto. Lyoto wants to fight him, and so does Anderson.
I don't know. So what the fuck? What do you think's next for Uriah Hall? Where does he go from here then? What the fuck's up with Tim Kennedy? Is that dude just not fighting no more? He's one of these crybaby types, isn't he? Always with that fucking crying.
He's upset as fuck about the Reebok deal. He hasn't said shit. I don't think he has a fight set up at all. Honestly, it seems to me like a lot of the guys like him, Brendan Schaub, a few other guys are complaining about the Reebok deal. I think they might be, just done. You know what I mean? All their kits got pulled off the website, all that shit going down, and none of them have a fight coming up. It looks like.
I think Schaub fucked himself right out of the UFC with his mouth. But hey, who cares? If you got one of your best buddies, Joe Rogan, telling you that you're a fucking tomato can, and you need to get the fuck out of the sport before you become retarded, and he said time and time again, man, he's making bank on Fighter and the Kid. He's friends with Joe Rogan. He's probably got a little piece on it. Who knows, man? Those guys, when you're in that kind of circle of friends, you get included in on little fucking deals and shit. I'm sure that Big Brown ain't fucking hurting for cash.
No, Big Brown's fine. That's why he's not in a hurry to fight again. But he's also working his way down to 205. He was fighting heavyweight. He wants to go light heavyweight.
He will get smushed at 205.
Man.
He's so slow. He's just too slow.
Fuck a Big Brown. What the fuck is silly-ass American hero Tim Kennedy going to do? He does not have a very fucking wildly successful podcast and does not moonlight with celebrities. He's a fucking shitbird ex-Marine that shoots his mouth off too much. Obviously, what the fuck? Now he's sitting around without a job.
He's going to end up on the faggots list. It's very lucrative.
Oh, goddamn. Here we go with this shit.
He's going to fucking probably come kill me now.
I'm waiting for the tweet, dude. I really am waiting for the tweet where we're all tagged and put on the list. That might be the proudest day.
I'm really waiting for that tweet.
Let me tell you what, Eddie, don't get too worried about the F-word list. I could get us put on some other watchdog lists real quick on YouTube.
All right, real quick on the middleweight rankings, Uriah Hall actually jumped from not ranked to 10th overall. He jumped Carnero, Whitaker, Derek Brunson, Dan Henderson, and CB Dollaway to go number 10. Then above Gegard, Gegard's number 8. He fell down 2 spots. Above him, 7 is Bisping, 6 is Kennedy, 5 is Machida, 4 Vitor Belfort, 3 Yoel Romero, 2 Jacare, and number 1 Luke Rockhold.
You know what? You know who I'd give Uriah Hall?
Jacare.
Yeah, because I want to see him get hurt badly. No, I would give him fucking Smiling Sam. That's who I would fucking give him. I know a lot of people would go, oh, he's coming off a loss and he's come off a huge win. That makes no sense, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, man. I don't buy Uriah Hall. Or Derek Brunson. Give him. Like, fucking, but I don't think that dude wants to be anywhere near the Lyoto Machidas and the fucking Jacares and the Yoel Romeros of the world. That's probably what he's going to get, like, after beating fucking Gegard and finish him like that. They're probably going to give him some kind of a big name, but I do not think he's ready, and I think he's going to get finished quickly. Yeah.
That's what I think. Like, if he doesn't, man, he somehow finds a way to fucking become, consistent out of nowhere. Hey, all power to him. I hope it works out for him. I really do. But I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he snuffs one more person, like if they give him even a Michael Bisping and he like knocks Michael Bisping out cold, then I'll buy it. Maybe it wasn't luck. But that dude's been way too hit or miss in his career for me to fucking, you know what I mean? This is what he does. He throws flashy-ass strikes. And when they land, they make him look very impressive. And when they don't, he loses to fucking Natal.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think Rafael Natal. Yeah, Rafael Natal's not even ranked. So there goes that. All right. Let's keep going. So let's talk about the main event here. Roy Nelson against Josh Barnett. We're gonna get put on the fashion mean list. Fucking Roy Nelson came in at 261. I think he's fatter than he's ever been, and slower, I think, than he's ever been. He was already slow as fuck.
I think that was because he was going up against a catch wrestler.
Yeah.
I think he thought if he got Barnett down, if he was heavy, it would be hard for Barnett to get him off of him. But I'll tell you what, Roy Nelson is one of those guys, my hat's off to you, buddy. You were able to stay fat through your whole career. You're a disgusting slob. You're a freak in nature because of that overhand right. But your career's done. Everybody in the heavyweight division has him figured out now. You fucking destroy that big, disgusting body in the first round, and he winds down like an old toy by the second round. I take my hat off to Barnett. Now, he's another guy. He looks like he's wearing somebody else's skin. I mean, just to be quite frank about it, I mean, he's not exactly svelte himself, but he got into good shape. He had a great plan against Nelson. Man, he was aggressive as fuck. Those elbows and those vicious knees to the body and shit like that, it was pretty obvious that Nelson was outclassed in the first 2 minutes of that fight. And now Nelson, he's all that overhand right. That's all he's got now. He's like what Fred said, when a fighter gets too comfortable knocking a person out with one thing, or they've got this one technique that worked one time, you get stuck on it, and that's not a great thing. How come Fred's thumbnail's all weird? Oh, there he is. All right.
Yeah. I tell you what, listen, I've seen a lot of people give him Big Country credit because he can go 5 rounds and he's so fucking big and he's a heavyweight, blah. Did you hear that motherfucker breathing in the third or fourth round? That fucking...
Those are some good fucking mics the UFC has, man.
They're fucking fantastic mics they got, because it sounded like fucking big fat ass Roy was about to kill over. Now, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but his breathing did not sound proper in that 4th and 5th round.
I thought he was going to die.
He sounded rough, man. And, Aaron's right. At the end of the day, Roy's game has become very predictable. And everybody always talks about this fucking grappling base of his, English, with the black belt from Henzo. And as much respect as I got for fucking Henzo Gracie, he's the man. Fucking, just because fucking Big Country got a black belt under him a month of Sundays ago, doesn't, you got to keep those fucking skills polished. Even though Dean Lister's a bit smaller, Josh Barnett just fucking submitted Dean Lister not too long ago. That's a pretty big fucking deal in the grappling world. You know what I'm saying? Josh Barnett comes from a grappling background too, except he still keeps that fucking tool kind of sharpened. Big Country ain't fucking grappled nobody that I can think of in a fucking long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Certainly not no grappling tournaments or no shit like that just to keep his, BJJ competition strong. And I'm sure he rolls in the gym and shit, but it's not the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I was very impressed with Barnett, though. I don't know, man. This fucking sport has got me so cynical. I am fucking waiting daily for that cute prick to fucking piss hot. And even though his fucking skin still looked loose as fuck, he looked great. He looked in great condition. He was fucking taking punches relatively well. Like, Big Country actually caught him a couple times and did knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? He looked fucking great in the clinch. Fucking was choosing his shots really well. He looked great, man. I just hope the fucking cute prick pissed clean. At least have cycled off, Josh. You've been cheating for 20 years. Please, at least just get it right for me so we can keep this fucking W and have a little bit of somebody in the heavyweight division to kind of be excited about.
No, but he was in Japan. If he pissed hot, nothing's gonna happen. And if he pissed hot in Nevada, he might get a year. Okay? Because unless you smoke weed, you're not getting any real punishments. And with that, let's actually get into the next little subject here. Because apparently if you do coke and hit a pregnant woman with your car, you ain't getting shit either. And nobody's happier about this whole fucking thing than Fred motherfucking Kirby, that Jon Jones got nothing but probation and a slap on the wrist and some fucking community service. And he's going to come back and rule the 205 division.
Jesus fucking Christ, you hating, mean cocksuckers. What would you have had us do to the fucking guy? You're not going to pay the fact that he's got probation, he's got to do X, Y, and Z. What the fuck? Should we have thrown him in prison for a couple years? Fined him a few million fucking bucks? Hey,
look, at least motherfucking pay your debt to society for just being a fucking asshole. You know what? You're right. I admit it. You're right. I can't stand Jon Jones. I just can't stand the motherfucker. I'll be the first one to say that I will hate on the motherfucker. I really will. Okay?
Listen, this was the right judgment for the dude. He was a young man that made a bad decision. Could that decision have been way worse? You know what I mean? Absolutely. But it wasn't. That fucking lady fucking broke her arm. She did not lose the baby. It is what it is, man. And, I've seen a lot of people, the easy thing to do, every fucking buddy on Twitter with the Nick Diaz comparison. They're fucking slightly different, man. One was an athletic commission. One was the goddamn motherfucking court of law. They're fucking different things, man. So, and come on, you cute little pricks. I know neither one of you really love Jon Jones too much, but it's exciting that he's coming back. He's the fucking king, man. Like,
I love Jon Jones. I was mistaken before. I have turned 180 degrees on Mr. Jones. I can't wait for Boney Joni to get back and smash fucking DC's fat, disgusting chicken-eating ass. God damn, that dude went from humble to fucking prick sucker so fast once he got that gold. I cannot wait to see him cry. Daniel Cormier, you are second best. You did not win at the Olympics. You do not have a real belt, and you're going to lose that shit when Jon Jones gets back, and I'm going to laugh like a little fucking girl when it happens. Post it up on fucking Twitter and get put on another list. Awesome. Good for you, Jon Jones. You must have got a great lawyer. I've talked about having a great lawyer. There is nothing like getting squeaked out of something that you know goddamn well you shouldn't. And the lawyer I could afford is probably 1/10 the lawyer that Jon Jones could afford, so you know that son of a bitch was slick. I do kind of wonder if he used the, come on.
I know, I was going to do that right now. I was going to go, come on, yo.
Come on. He's a young athlete, Your Honor. He's going to get into some shenanigans, if you will. But this is all alleged. That cop probably just thought it was some other black guy. Come on, don't ruin his career. All right, good. Now get his ass back in the ring. One warm-up fight where he cripples somebody, and then let him break Daniel Cormier's neck.
Oh, you are? Okay. First off, that's awesome. It's the classic case of you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? Yeah. Like you thought Jon Jones was bad, and then you get left with DC, and you're like, I'll be a son of a bitch. He wasn't that bad at all. Second, okay, wait a minute. You can't be serious. No way. An alternative fight? He's got to go right to the belt. He goes straight for DC's head. There is no other fight for Jon Jones. He's got to go straight for the belt.
Okay, I thought maybe he would fuck up Rumble or something just to make a point. He's like, Oh, everybody's so impressed with this asshole. Watch this shit. I'll fight them both. I'll destroy Rumble in 1 round and then beat Daniel Cormier's fat ass.
True. Fair enough. That would be kind of fun, just to set the precedent that the champ is back and DC better be shitting his pants. Which, quite frankly, I guess we'll get into it before we end the show. But I tell you what, and honestly, without getting too much into it before we jump onto that fight, I would like, and it's kind of fucked up because I'm more of a DC fan than a Gus fan, but I'll be rooting for Gustafsson in that fight because they're going to give Jones the title fight no matter who wins that fight when he gets back. And I think the Gustafsson fight will be a lot more competitive for Jon Jones when he comes back. We know how the DC fight's going to end. Come on. DC gave it his all, and he just ain't good enough. He can't strike with him, and he can't out-wrestle him, so there's that. DC can't beat Jon Jones. I think on a good day, Gustafsson can possibly beat Jon Jones.
And I know I'm going to get Andrew Reed's fuck off fucking meme and everything, but Jon Jones will not only defeat Alexander Gustafsson should they get the rematch, he will massacre him in the first round. All right? I do not buy for 1 second that he took that first fight serious at all. Okay? So Jon Jones will take it seriously this time, and he will smash Gustafsson. Okay.
Now, let me ask you guys a serious question. I was thinking about this earlier. Now, obviously, he's going to be coming back from kind of a weird scenario here. Mm-hmm. Now, can we all assume that Jon Jones hasn't just been fucking, banging strippers and doing coke there at the tail end? He's probably been kind of fucking training and living like this for most of his career, right?
Right. He's been helping all these guys, obviously during his time away, Holly Holm. Anyone in that camp, he's been helping them. No,
but I mean, like, throughout his whole career, training. Oh, yeah. He's always probably kind of partied a little and had this outlet. Now, let's say he comes back, and for the first time in his career, he ain't doing no blow. He's not banging whores. He's not going out and letting off steam. Do you think that maybe it'll affect the dude adversely in some weird way? I know it sounds kind of odd, but if you're used to fucking, doing a little blow once a month, letting off. I mean, listen, he became the baddest man on planet Earth by training that way. If it ain't broke, you don't fix it. What the fuck?
I wonder if he goes back to it. It'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. It boils down like what was I watching? Is it Inside MMA with Bas Rutten?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rafael Cordero was on there talking about the Nick Diaz thing. There was Rafael Cordero from King's MMA, and then there was the head coach of AKA. And Rafael came up with a good thing, and I do agree with this. Part of it is that now our sport is being watched by more and more people. I know that this is a little bit off kilter for me because normally I'm not the one giving the public service message, but it would be nice to see our champion be clean and to give that image to the younger people that might be thinking about getting into MMA. You guys know I'm sober. That is important to me. I really don't want to be getting over, you know what I mean? He's gotten out of trouble a lot of times. Wouldn't it be nice to see him come back and actually not fuck up again? And then, like I said, Rafael Cordero said maybe one of the reasons they were so harsh on Nick Diaz, which is bullshit, but he does bring up a good point. You know what I mean? Our athletes, you want your athletes to be role models? I don't know about that, but you know what I mean? You got impressionable young kids checking these guys out. You don't want their main thing to be like, my fight career gets in the way of my weed smoking. Because then everybody's going to end up like fucking, Kirby.
Yeah.
With a man bun and a weird beard.
Hey, first off, that would be fucking fantastic for the most of yous out there, as far as it goes.
Oh my God.
I don't know. That's a fucking sticky subject, man. I don't think that your fucking personal life should be, whatever, man. Maybe I like fucking having threesomes with my old lady, Matt Hamill style. Maybe I like fucking bitches off of Craigslist. That ain't none of your business. I don't need your little punk-ass snot-nosed brat to be looking up to me and wanting to fucking do what I do.
Well,
I kick ass for a living.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, look at it this way. If you guys, or if Aaron gets put on a list for saying a word, okay, he gets put on a list, people fucking read the tweet saying that, what the fuck's going to stop anybody from taking something Jon Jones does or they see him do or see him say and throw it in the media and everyone sees it?
Well, nothing. But none of that really matters, though, either, man. Like, it only matters when he gets drunk and crashes cars. What the fuck? Like, he can do it every once, and people can fucking, people can have their opinion. That's the reason you guys don't like the fucking guy. He just can't break the fucking law. I'm just wondering if I don't know, man. He became the greatest fighter on planet Earth by doing things a certain way. Now he's going to be different. For better or for worse, he'll be a different man going through this next training camp. I wonder if it'll fuck with him mentally or psychologically. I just wonder if you know, hey, whatever. Like, the dude literally beat DC while using cocaine leading up to during that training camp. You know what I mean? He's out fucking doing blow and kicking it with somebody, apparently, and still becoming the best on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Hopefully it don't fucking go the other way and affect him negatively.
That'd be a trip, right? If he loses his next fight or his first fight back, and he's like, fuck, I'm going back to blow.
Well, what if he loses his next 3 fights? What if he goes 0-3 and he's like, motherfucker, it wasn't the snow. That shit had me hummed in.
Weirder, I tell you what, weirder things have happened. But I'm telling you, I already respect the guy. I mean, I understand intellectually that he is one of the best fighters of our generation. But I would give him more respect as just a man if he got back on and was like, who is this asshole Rumble Johnson thinking he's somebody? I want to stomp this guy out first before I get my belt back. Let's do this. And then just go out there and pummel Johnson and be like, look, I took care of second best. Now I'm going to whip first best. There's still nobody in this division that can touch me. I'm back.
Yeah, I tell you what, all jokes aside, for all the cocaine and all the memes and all the bullshit, man, and all the hype that we give that dude.
And all the gigantic rubbers.
Yeah, man, of all the parody, man, that dude is one of the greatest fighters we've ever watched fight. And he's going to get the comeback, and it's going to be a fucking awesome story. So I think no matter who they give him or whatever it is, when that motherfucker comes fucking... what's the fucking Ravens dance he was doing? What's that prick's name?
The Ray Lewis.
Yeah, when he comes fucking Ray Lewising out to the fucking crowd, it's going to be fucking tight, man, and everybody's going to be super excited to see that dude back. I agree with Aaron, though. It would be nice to see a success story, kind of, you know what I'm saying? For that dude to come back and actually be clean and still be the greatest. That would be tight, man.
What was that first sentence you said?
Fuck do I remember?
I agree with Aaron.
Your face when he said that was kind of like a mixture of what the fuck and really?
Well, no, but I mean, our whole fucking dynamic does not work. The universe rips if all of a sudden we start having the kumbaya. You can't do that too often, man. Only every now and then can we say that sentence, because other than that, our whole fucking gig is fucked up.
Well, don't get me wrong. You're off base on most of it, but that little bit, you're right.
All right, cool.
All right, for people asking, the comments on YouTube apparently are not working. Blame YouTube. Anyway, let's actually talk about one thing. I actually want to get Aaron's thoughts on this. I think we would agree on this. The UFC announcing a date in April, I think, of 2016 for New York City, Madison Square Garden, for an MMA event. They've apparently just turned in an appeal. I guess they're expecting it to fucking work for them. This is bullshit. I'll call it bullshit. Because everyone's saying, oh, Jon Jones is coming back. That's going to be the card, right?
You know what? They've promised us New York so many times. So, I mean, it is interesting that it's so far out, and maybe they know something that we don't. But at this point, now, honestly, except for the economical impact to New York, and it just being a monumental, cool thing, are we missing anything in the sport because we haven't been to Madison Square Garden?
Fuck no.
No. Not right now. It's just the idea of it. And that carrot's been dangled so many times. Honestly, I know what they're going to do if we do get Madison Square Garden. It's going to be the holograms on the fucking mat again and this huge thing. And, yeah, we got New York and Madison Square Garden. But is the fighting going to be any better? No. Am I going to look forward to the event? No. Will I be there? No. So who gives it?
Will Dr. Feelgood be in the house? And who gives a motherfucker?
The party ain't going to be up in there. It's going to be up in my living room. So, no, I mean, congratulations to those guys that get to be there for that historic event, or the fighters that do, and the audience that does. That's fantastic. But I thought my son was coming in the room. I was going to put him on the show. But as far as it goes, like, am I just like, oh, this is like Santa Claus, finally we get Madison Square Garden? A few years ago, I was like that. Now Dana has talked shit so many times, my hopes aren't up at all about it.
Yeah, and you said you made my point perfectly. I don't give a fuck. Fuck New York. I don't give two shits. Okay, why? Because I can't be there. I don't give a shit. It's not monuments for me. You know what I mean? Like Madison Square Garden's not what it used to be. Madison Square Garden used to be a huge deal. All right, but now that the Knicks suck, Madison Square Garden is not a big deal. All right, the New York Knicks are directly linked to how good Madison Square Garden is. It really just is.
I'll tell you what. If somebody out there really likes our show and starts to GoFundMe so the Keyboard Warriors can attend the first event at Madison Square Garden, I start to care a lot.
Yeah.
If Ed, Fred, and Aaron get to go, I don't care if it's nosebleed. Then, absolutely. That is the most awesome thing ever. I can't wait for April.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's interject some fun back into the show. You fucking poor sappy pricks. Listen. I don't think it's fucking outstanding news, but it is. Vegas is going to catch some serious fucking backlash with this Nick Diaz shit, I think. I don't think. Settle down. I don't think that fucking. Okay. I think it would be nice to have an alternative to Vegas as another place where you could take really big fights, a huge market to take these fights to not have to worry about fucking completely incompetent fucking athletic commissions. What the fuck's going on? Why are you fucking pricks frozen?
What? I'm not frozen.
All right.
I'm soaking in your wonderful opinion. Here's my whole thing about the Vegas is going to suffer. No, it won't. Henry Cejudo, I don't care where you fight, you weird fucking looking like you're wearing a wig motherfucker.
It should.
No, it won't. It doesn't make any difference because there's 500 plus guys on the roster, and let me tell you what, all those guys that are like, I'm not fighting in Las Vegas. Okay, we'll just get some other guys to do it because they don't give a fuck. And I'll watch.
But that's the thing, though. The reason that the UFC wants to go to Vegas is because it's the fight capital of the world. It's a big fucking place that can attract people in. Madison Square Garden in New York City is one of the few other places on earth that kind of has that appeal. They can build it around there. So it does open up a kind of a massive market.
Fuck that. How many times have they shown up at the Joe Louis Arena?
No idea.
Fuck. I don't know. Fucking enlighten me.
I don't know, but I can fucking drive to the Joe Louis Arena.
Jesus fucking Christ. No wonder that shit wasn't ringing a bell. By the way, where the fuck Joe Louis Arena is? Guess how many times they've been there? Fucking none. Because nobody gives a fuck.
They've been, I'll tell you what, dude. They used to come to the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Yeah.
Back when Detroit wasn't fucking bankrupt.
And the Pistons were winning.
No, it wasn't that long ago. Jesus Christ, the Pistons haven't been winning in a long time. Last time I remember the Pistons being real good, I'm pretty sure it was 1989.
04, man. 04, they won the title.
Oh, yeah, but that ain't like the fucking bad boys and...
No,
clearly.
Sparkling like a true old sap.
You know what?
He's right.
You're a dick licker.
Simple to the point. All right, let's talk about this weekend's card so we can get everybody out of here. Obviously, headlined DC versus Gustafsson for the title, or basically for the placeholder before Jon Jones comes to take his shit back. With the co-headliner is Johnny Hendricks versus Tyron Woodley. This is an interesting fight, but it's only interesting because supposedly Woodley bit Hendricks or some shit like that.
I saw that video. They were all about, well, if it wouldn't have been top and bottom marks, it wouldn't have been a bite, but his teeth scraped both top and bottom, this and that. I'll tell you what, that Tyron Woodley vehemently denies that biting. But Johnny Hendricks, he's all about it. He's like, oh, no, I was there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Man, I'll ask you if you know what I tell you what's funny about this fucking fight. I don't understand why it's happening. I still don't really get why Carlos Condit is getting the fucking title shot and the dude that beat him last is fighting fucking Johnny Hendricks. Why are they not reversed roles? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, it's a whole, what have you done for me lately, which is, what MMA is.
What the fuck has Carlos Condit done for anybody lately but be injured?
He bloodied the fuck out of what's-his-face. Fuck. Who did he do it to?
The Japanese fighter.
whoever, he went elbows deep into his fucking eyeball, like fucking murdered that dude straight up. It looked like he looked dead in the fucking cage. Who was it? Whatever. It's a bloody ass fight. His last fight, right? And yours only as good as your last fucking fight. He looked great. So
Why can we not remember who Condit fought last? What do you mean his last fight? Didn't Tyron Woodley win because
he hasn't fought since the
injury? He had a comeback.
Did he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he had a comeback fight.
Against who?
I'm trying to find out right now. Hang on.
I missed
that shit up.
That's
what I want. Because, that was my whole beef with it. I thought that Carlos Condit was coming off a fucking loss off that injury.
Oh, where he blew his knee out? No. He's coming off a win. But was it
Kirby, how is it that you and I do not know this?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm about to tell you.
There aren't a lot of fucking fights anymore. Maybe it's just something that passed by. But an Asian guy? Who?
No, I'm thinking something else. It's not an Asian guy.
No, I want to say it was Matt Brown, but I'm probably fucking wrong.
No, there's no way fucking dude fought Matt Brown. No,
I would have fucking remembered that fight for sure.
Yeah, there's no way. It has to be a bird of shit.
That was a fight that we wanted to see, but I can't fucking wow.
Are you sure that you didn't like have an edible before the show or something?
I wish I did. I really do. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Thiago Alves, TKO him, second round, on May 30th of this year.
So who the fuck did Tyron Woodley last fight? Carlos Condit?
No, wait a second. Did I get abducted by fucking aliens? Why am I not recalling that fight? Is that on Fight Pass?
No, it was UFC Fight Night 67.
No, I mean like right now. Can I go watch that shit on Fight Pass?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Jesus Christ, I'm starting to believe in GSP and his whole fucking theory. How do I not remember Carlos Condit's last fight against Thiago Alves?
I close my eyes and I lose time. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no, bullshit. That's right. The fight was stopped because of a cut.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, but he got the title shot fight.
Okay,
title shot.
All right. Whatever. My bitching aside, you know what? I get a weird feeling that this fight's gonna fucking suck.
Fuck yeah, it is. It's gonna be boring as dog shit. Johnny Hendricks is in it.
Yeah, but you know what? There was a time. Long ago where Johnny Hendricks used to hit people so hard they flew on imaginary ice skates all the way across the fucking octagon. But those days are fucking long behind us, I suppose. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that dude.
You know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
That drives me insane. All right,
let's
just fucking just talk about Bader and Evans real quick. Okay, that fight sucks. Moving on. Jessica Eye against Juliana Pena. They're trying to build Juliana Pena as a legit contender against Ronda Rousey at some point. You know, if she snuffs Jessica Eye, which she probably will, that's what they're gonna be talking about. Oh, she's gonna be the one that beats Ronda Rousey. She's gonna be the one, and then she's gonna get murdered too.
Okay, hold on there, Mr. fucking Julia Pena and Jessica Eye. Let those two fucking broads sit it out for a minute. Listen, I know nobody's excited for Rashad Evans or Ryan Bader, but fucking Rashad Evans is a fucking ex-champ. He's coming back. Give your fucking petty thoughts on what you think the fucking ex-champion's actually gonna do before we skip to a fucking tough broad winner.
I'll tell you what. I have a really hard time with fighters that come back from an extended layoff. Mm-hmm. Can anybody tell me what year it was the last time Rashad Evans fought?
No,
dude, we didn't even remember the Thiago Alves Carlos Condit fight. I highly doubt we remember the fucking last Rashad fight.
Rashad has been gone for 2 years,
at least.
What the fuck? That's an eternity for a fighter,
especially his age.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like that. It's not like he was getting better at this point. The Chuck Liddell knockout is well in the past. Not as good as the fucking Salmon knockout, which I don't know where they found that prick for him to kill, but I'm pretty sure that guy's still in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
There is the possibility that because of the ridiculously long layoff, that Ryan Bader somehow wrestle fucks Rashad Evans into a loss.
Probably.
There is that possibility. I think that overall, at their peaks, I would say that Rashad Evans was a better fighter than Bader. Right now, I don't think that I would lay down money on Rashad Evans because I'll tell you what, cage rust is real. He's been gone for 2 years. Bader's been fighting. And yeah, Bader's an easy win in the light heavyweight division, whatever. But that shit is real. When you've been gone that long.
You speak about Bader like the drunk chick at the party and shit. Like, we all know we can nail her, but nobody really wants to nail her. Come on. You know he's an easy win. But I think Dominic Cruz did it right. I mean, it's not fucking impossible, man. Rashad could come back and look good. I think at his peak, Rashad should fucking stomp Bader.
Yeah, but dude, you're not comparing apples with apples. Dominic Cruz, besides his fucking delicate knees, he is a special type of fucking athlete. I never looked at Rashad Evans and was like, wow, he's really good. I was like, oh, fuck. Even when he knocked out that big stupid bastard on The Ultimate Fighter, I was like, oh, I like that big old dumbass redneck. That sucks. And then when he beat Chuck Liddell, I was like, you son of a bitch. I was actually mad about that. But his career is he's just one of those guys, man. I don't like the way he fights, and then all the whining and bitching that he did with Rampage, and then the whining and the bitching that he did. These guys don't treat me right, and oh, this disrespect, and boo-hoo-hoo, and Jon Jones does that little crawling into the ring thing I used to do. Oh, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Jon Jones does it better.
He does. He can actually get down that low to do it without his back killing him, like fucking unlike Rashad Evans. So it's kind of what it is.
Fuck.
Moving on here. Fuck it. Let's just talk about the title. Oh, is there any other fight on here you guys want to talk about that's besides the main event? That's jumps out to you.
You got the fucking list in front of you. Run down the main.
Okay.
Run down the main card for us, Edro.
Main card starts off with Jessica I and Juliana Pena.
Then, hopefully fucking Pena wins so that we got something, but like...
you know what? I do want to say something about this, man. The UFC is trying real hard with Jessica I, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't get the appeal. Like, she's not that good looking of a broad. I mean, she's all right. She's like the kind of girl that you have a beer with and kick it, but you want her hot sister or friend. You know what I mean? She's kind of like the bear. You're like, yeah, Jessica, you kind of look a little bit like a dude sometimes. But they're trying real hard with her because you know that they want it to go Jessica I's way to bump her up ranks. Guaranteed.
You think?
I do.
I think they would probably like for it to go the other way. I would. I mean, I think Jessica I's a shitbird.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, I think she's gonna get her ass beat.
Do you think the Pena will win the fight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a first round finish.
What's Pena's first name again?
Juliana.
Isn't there another Pena in the strawweight division?
The strawweight division? I'm not sure.
Are you sure you didn't need an edible before your fucking little bowling practice tonight? You seem to be.
I'm sure. No,
Penny. Do you talk about Jessica Penny? Penny.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was thinking about.
Okay, they're close.
I was confused there for a minute. No, I think that Pena's gonna beat that ass. Is what I think.
Yeah, I hope, because I'm over Jessica I too. It's enough with her. Fuck, she's not.
No more under the table fapping about Jessica I.
He's like, Ohio! That shit. So, anyway, moving on. Sean Jordan against Ruslan Magomedov.
Ooh!
Exactly. Then we got, of course, Bader Evans.
Hold on. I was going to say this earlier. Fuck it. Ain't Sean Jordan the fucking one that kept talking about that broad?
Where? What?
Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. Yeah, shush my ass. Whatever. What are they going to do? Sue us? I'm pretty sure Sean Jordan's fucking her. I'm pretty sure he's banging her. And it's no fucking coincidence that they're on the same card. So that's what I think about that fucking fight.
Kirby, that was off air, dude. We didn't say that shit.
Yeah, well, whatever. I said I think, allegedly.
Last weekend, last episode, Cejudo. This episode, Sean fucking Jordan.
Allegedly
as fuck.
Allegedly, Sean Jordan was like, yeah, Jessica I is real cool. You guys should talk with her. I like hanging out with her. I was like, oh, you're a big motherfucker. I bet she likes it too.
Allegedly, I think Sean Jones will get that ass whooped by that big Russian anyway, so.
Well, who knows, man? We saw that dude fucking pull off some shit in his last fight, so.
It's true. It's true. He is agile for
Yeah.
a big man. Very agile.
All right, let's talk just the main event here then. Daniel Cormier against Alexander Gustafsson. We know who Andrew Reed's gonna pick. He's gonna go with the Mauler. Aaron, who do you think's gonna win this shit?
Oh man, because he fucking disgusts me. My guess is that DC is gonna outperform Gustafsson. I think Gustafsson was raised to a different level than he actually belongs at because of his one performance against Jon Jones. Now maybe it was just a fluke against Rumble.
AJ.
But I mean, if he hurts DC and he takes DC the distance, or it's a damn close fight, hey, there you go. If he wins, even better. I would love it because everybody wants to see that Jon Jones rematch with Gustafsson to see what's what. I really do hope he is the guy that Andrew Reed thinks he is. I would love to see the Mauler just beat the shit out of Daniel Cormier. But if I was going to put money on it, my money would go on DC.
Yeah, I'd have to go with that too. I think he takes him down and just smothers him. I mean, it's just that simple to me.
Man, this is a fucking fantastic fight, honestly. I mean, I think there's obviously the argument that can be made that DC wins the fight like that, gets the takedown, keeps him pressed up against the fence, just closes the distance and beats Gus up. I could see that happening for sure. But Gustafsson is fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really get out-wrestled no more. Like, he's got that loss to Phil Davis, but, like, after that, he kind of shored that shit up. And that's a big-ass white boy. So, I think if he can keep him at bay just a little bit, I think Gus can definitely hurt DC. Gustafsson's a big guy, and he fucking obviously hits really hard. I just don't know if he'll be able to, though. DC closes the distance really well, and I kind of think his fucking short, compact stature will almost help him in a weird way to get underneath fucking Gus's reach. So as much as I hate to say it, I would like to see Gus win the fight to line up that rematch with Jon Jones, because that would be probably the fight that I would like to see most. DC probably wins the decision. That's probably the safe bet, at least. I could see Gus winning, though.
Oh, yeah.
Stuffing a couple takedowns and fucking hurting him at distance. Like, that would not surprise me at all. But I guess that's why it's a good fight. There's really a lot of shit could happen. You don't know what the fuck's going to happen until they grab a hold of each other in that first round.
Yeah.
I would really like to see DC tap.
Ooh. I don't think it happened.
That's improbable. But
I don't
I'll let you happen.
A fucking rear naked choke is a rear naked choke. Gus has got some long ass arms.
Yeah.
True.
I think DC would rather go to sleep. Pass the fuck out.
Whatever, as long as he cries afterwards, I don't care.
Fucking. Anyway, as we know, the winner's just placeholder for Jon Jones. Now that Jon Jones is gonna be back really soon. So it's kind of like, who gives a fuck at this point? Who wins?
Well, let's have a little fun and do a quick fast forward then. Hypothetically, fucking whatever, whoever wins this fight, they win the fight. It's a rematch.
Yeah.
Jon Jones has done thumped on both these dudes, so let's say he comes back and beats that dude again. Where does Jon Jones go from there? Is he on his way to heavyweight? Is there anything left for him at 205 if he beats one of these dudes in a rematch?
Let me pull the
If
rankings up.
if I was Jon Jones, I would just keep beating the same guys' asses again. And just do it in like a more dramatic fashion and then make them feel bad afterwards. Be like, three times you couldn't figure this shit out? You suck. I don't know, man, about Jon Jones at heavyweight. It's not unrealistic because, man, he would be a fuckload faster than just about any heavyweight we have right now. Like, I tell you what, if you said Kane or Jon Jones,
I might lean Jon Jones, man.
yeah,
I think Jon Jones. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, what's up?
No, I want to see their next fights. Jon Jones has been off for a long time, and what the fuck, Kane had been off for an extremely long time before that fucking fight with Verdum. I don't know, man. Verdum's another one. Like, he's looked so great lately, but for some reason I just can't get behind him being the champ. Like, I'm waiting for somebody else to kind of present themselves. He feels like a fucking placeholder too, kind of.
Because you're a hating son of a bitch. I figured it out. You don't like Brazilians.
I love Brazilians.
You a lying son of a bitch. You don't like a Jose. You don't like a Rafael. And you don't like Verdun. You are a hating racist son of a bitch. I know you like big old Brazilian booties, but you do not like Brazilian champions.
Come on, RDA? That dude definitely don't count. Nobody likes RDA. He's the fucking
did you see
sister of all the champions.
Did you see him on the box of Frankenberry?
No. Is he really on there?
Yeah, dude. Somebody photoshopped him on the box of Frankenberry.
I'm Googling that shit. Right. Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight before we wrap up?
Yeah, just to the watchdogs that put me on that list. You're a bunch of faggots.
One last time.
We didn't learn our lesson ever. It doesn't matter. Anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to Keyboard Warriors. Follow Aaron at Stand and Bang Radio. Yeah. And you want to throw your other one out there or what?
What?
You want to throw your other Twitter or do you even care?
What is it? Is it Doc_Robbins MMA?
Yeah, something like that.
Just find me on the faggots list.
Something like that.
Oh, shit.
You can find... That's the odd shit that he's just like, fuck. Like, he just knows that shit's coming right back up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You can follow Kirby over at Kirby_MMA and at Gem City Fighting. Follow me at Elaw31. Keyboard Warriors is at Keyboard MMA. Hit this fucking subscribe button somewhere on the bottom of the screen here. Again, fuck YouTube for fucking up the comments. Sorry, people. I know you guys were commenting and shit, but we can't see any of it. And that's going to do it. So for these two fellas and myself, good night. See you guys next week.